Good morning, guys. It is a rainy / sunny day. Yeah, so this will be episode 11 of the garage shop build. This is probably going to end up being like 30 episodes by the time I'm done. I know this might seem like it's slow going, but I think each video is I'm making some progress, and I just want to show the whole thing. So I could skip over stuff if you guys want me to, but anyway, we're pretty much right where we left off. I have the single course of bricks laid. I have the next 2 rows on this side and this side done. The third one is just sitting on top there. It's not actually mortared in. So what I'm going to focus on now is going to be the corners, getting these built up 2 more levels. This corner and that corner, which you can't see because it's behind the wood. So that's going to be the beginning of this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Let's get to work. So one of the side effects of getting these bricks put in is I now have a swimming pool. So normally this water would have been draining over the side, but now, yeah, pretty good amount of water in here. And unfortunately this will be like this until I get the walls up and get the house wrap on. But that's why I put everything up on pallets or blocks, keep it off the ground, because I knew that this would eventually have water in here. So I push it out and then just keep working. Yeah. It's really shiny though. All right, so I'm gonna start working on this corner. Also, I'm using a smart mic. I got a new phone not that long ago, and it seems like this phone picks up wind noise a lot when I'm using it to record, because I use my phone to record for everything. It's an iPhone. Normally I haven't really had any problems with it, but I'm going to try the smart mic, which is this little thing right here on my collar. Hopefully it works better. Basically what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to just do this first brick in real time. So I'm going to need basically 3 bricks to bring this up to the 3rd course. 2 of the corner ones, so there will be one going the opposite direction of this one. Here there will be a regular brick, and then there will be another corner coming back this way. So for me, like, this is the frustrating part of it, is just being able to spread the mortar, because I'm not really very good at it. I mean, you can watch videos and those guys make it look really easy. Normally this would be, whoosh, you know, one big swipe and they'd have the mortar on the whole thing. You know, I have problems with my mix. I don't know if the mix is right or not. And now it's starting to rain, so this probably isn't even going to work. Because once the rain starts going on it, then the mortar just starts dripping away. So I'll see if I can get this one done. See all the pieces falling in. Yeah. So this, I guess, is why people hire people to do this. And if there's anybody that does this that's watching, I'm sure you're totally cursing at the screen right now. But I guess when you can't afford to pay someone to do it, you got to do it yourself and hope for the best. Okay, so I have mortar pretty much everywhere where the brick is going to contact. Kind of wiggle it down into place. You want to make sure that you're lined up on your outside edges. Okay, this one's off a little. All right, that's not bad. Check the level. So this side is very high. right, that's level. This outside edge is high. Yeah, this is really not working. Okay, let me see if I can just clean this up. So I think that there's a high spot in the middle of this. Basically what I'm doing now is I'm just going back and filling any little spots that were where the mortar fell out. Okay, so this one is pretty close. Yeah, this is just not setting solid. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this off and redo it. I'm not gonna film it again, but you guys get the basic idea. Frustrating work for me. So I'm gonna stop recording. I'm gonna get this set up, get it leveled out, and then I'll come back. All right, so I got this straightened out. You see the level there, so let's level this way, and it's level that way. So one thing I have noticed when you're doing this is that there is, wiggle room. So if you're off a little bit on one course, you can correct it a little bit on the next course. I'm sure that's not the proper way to do it. But if you're a beginner like me, it gives you a little bit of leeway to kind of pull stuff back into tolerance, I guess. So this corner is pretty much done. I'll go back after it cures a little and I'll do more of the edging on the seams, with a little rounding piece with this tool here. So now I'm going to get started on this side. Phew. Okay. So I have my corners done, both sides. So those are pretty much just going to set up overnight, most likely. And it's still been kind of raining on and off, so when it's raining, it makes it really difficult to get the mortar to stay the right consistency and whatnot. And then as you can see, I started staging bricks. So I'm going to need 21 bricks to bring these two courses up to 3. 27 on this back row, and then 21 on that row over there as well. And you can hear the rain. Probably windy on my phone. And then I got a couple more stacks of bricks over here. So these bricks I actually brought over from I still had another pallet over by the corner of the house, so I'm trying to get that out of that area and over to here, as opposed to taking from this stack or that stack. So I think I'm probably done for today, just because it's supposed to be raining even more tonight, this afternoon. So I'll pick up hopefully tomorrow or the next day, whenever it's sunny again. All right, I got a little bit of sun, so I'm going to attempt to start this back wall. I have my line blocks. So the way that these things work, you see the little groove here. So the string runs through there. You run it through the back here. You wrap it around through this little circular part there, and then this will sit right on the corner of the brick. So for example, like right here, and then the tension on the string holds it tight, and then you put one at each end, and then you'll put it, for the case of this, since I'm going to be doing this first row here, I would put it here in this spot so that my string line would be right at the top corner of this brick, and then that'll give me my line all the way across. So I'm going to get this set up, and then I'll show it again real quick, and then I'll get started on this next course. All right, I have my line blocks on and my string is on. So you see how it's lined up right with that corner. It's just slightly above it, which is fine. I can adjust this one. I'll just try to adjust it down just a little bit. But then that's going to give, whoa, yeah, I'm tripping over stuff. So that's going to give me my reference to try to keep my blocks in line all the way down. So let's get started on putting some blocks. Okay, so there's one wall done up to the third course. Fun. So basically I have to do that exact same thing 5 more times. So bringing it up 3, to the third course on each wall, and then the 3 more courses on each wall. So I got to do that exact same thing 5 more times. I don't think I'm going to film any more of it. I'll probably just show you guys updates as I get each wall done. And of course, once I get all 3 walls to the third course level, then I'll show, putting the rebar in there, the horizontal rebar. So, yeah. So I'm going to show you the difference between a complete beginner, me. Well, I'm not going to show you the difference, but I'm going to show you what I did. So I know from afar, like, it looks pretty good, but now when I'm sitting back and looking at it and taking a closer look, it's not that great. Will it work? Sure. But it's not that great. So let me show you. All right. So if you're looking down the wall here, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. If you zoom in, you see my finger's probably going to be like, that one's really obvious. There's a, big kind of wiggle there. So, but that's what I'm talking about. The difference between professional and, someone that doesn't know what they're doing. But looking down the wall, you can definitely see I have bricks that are off, in this axis, and they're off, in this axis. Most of them this way are pretty good, but yeah, I mean, just looking down the wall, you can see kind of how crooked it is. I mean, it's not really far off, not to the point that it's not going to be usable. Of course, it's still going to be usable. It's just not pretty, I guess. It'll still function, it'll do the job. It'll still be strong, especially once it's filled with concrete. It's going to be totally solid, but that's what I'm talking about when I say that I don't think that I'm doing a great job. Gosh, that one corner is just really bad sticking out right there. Anyway. So I will be just continuing on this side, bringing it up to the third course, and then on the last side over there. So hopefully it doesn't take me 2 weeks, but I guess if you're watching this, you already know that. But yeah, I'll just show as I get each section done. I'll do a quick clip just to kind of show. Okay, I have the first piece of rebar in this wall. I went through and I tried to break out the little notches, and it wasn't enough space. This spot right here, it actually just didn't go very deep. So I came back through with my cutoff wheel, and I just had a masonry cutting disc on there. And I went through and I just kind of cut 45s on each of the spots. So this piece of rebar is in here now. This does not need to be tied in, but I mean, it could be tied in, but it's going to be locked in by the brick, so there's no reason really to tie it. Yeah, so this one I guess is ready. I could start the next course, but as you see, it's raining, so I will probably wait. And then I'll probably start, on this next 2 courses here to get that up. I would like to get all 3 sides with 3 courses before I start going up higher, but that's where I am now. All right, well, this is what I'm resorting to. So it's supposed to be raining for the next 7 days, and every time another day is added, it still says it's raining. I don't know what's going up. It's summertime. It's not supposed to be raining like this. I don't know, global warming, I guess. So basically what I'm doing is I set this up so that I have a little section that's not going to get rained on, and then I'm just working on that. So I haven't even gotten started on that wall yet. I'm building this up a little bit. I'll probably do a couple more bricks and then, you know, let this sit overnight, and then I'll move this canopy over. So that's kind of how I'm doing this. That's how I'm going to have to get through it, I guess. So keep going. All right, it's the next day. I've made a little more progress. I moved my easy up over here to this corner. Of course, it's still raining. So this has been a struggle. But I mean, I gotta get it done. So I'm doing a section at a time. It's not pouring rain, but it'll rain for 5 minutes, then the sun comes out for 5 minutes, then it'll rain for 5 minutes. So yeah, that's where I am now. That corner top brick is not actually there, it's just sitting there because I gotta wait till I get this done so I can cut the groove and put the rebar in there before I start on that corner. This section over here, I got it this far complete, so this is the complete wall, this height. And I actually filled these with concrete already. So I just have this board, and then I got my first anchor right there. So I'm just, get it there. So I'm leaving that board on there so everything that's dripping down from the canopy doesn't mess up that concrete like it did in some of the pockets over here. So that's where I am. I'll keep going, and I'll do another quick video when I have an update. All right, well, you saw in that time lapse, I got this end of the blocks cut out. It's just raining, on, off. Sun comes out for 2 minutes, then it's pouring, then it's drizzling. This is miserable work. So as you see, I have this wall up to the 3rd course. I did this morning, so it's still not fully cured yet, which is why I didn't cut the top of these bricks yet. These ones had been under my easy up, and it was already done on the 3rd course. So basically from this lighter colored brick, that's where I started this morning. I continued around the corner. And I've gotten the 2nd course completely done, and then I was starting on the 3rd course. I still got to clean up those, you know, the grout lines. Just waiting for it to set up a little bit more before I go in and start scraping it, because it did get some rain on it, so it's a little softer than normal, especially this one here. You look at the top, you can see where rain hit that, so I may have to touch that up, or if it hardens up enough, then it should be good. Then when I go on with the next course, it'll be okay. I got to cut this piece of rebar. As you can see, it's sticking over a little bit, so I got to cut it just so that it, you know, cut it about right there. I'll do that after, you know, when I get to the point where I'm going to cut these. And then over here, since this area is still pretty dry, minus all the water that just fell on me, I started up on the next 4th course, I guess, just for the corner. But I was just trying to use up the little bit of mortar that I had left, so that's why I threw some on top of the rebar here too. So yeah, that's it. I'll keep going. At this rate, it's probably going to be 3 weeks before I have another video out, unfortunately. All right. Well, today was the first sort of sunny day for the last 2 weeks, and I did get quite a bit done. from the last little segment. So I have this, as you can see, the rebar is already in here. Everything's already cut. I already have some mortar on there. I got this corner here built up to the full height. This corner was already built up, as well as this wall was already built up. So now this corner is built up mirrored to that corner. This end is built up mirrored to the other end. And I got another full course on this side. So 2 more courses left and this wall will be completely done. You can see my string line on there, getting ready for the next one. So I think we're in the home stretch, I want to say, as far as the block wall is concerned. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to film any more of this just because it's boring and it takes forever, and today's Thursday and I would like to be able to put out my video tomorrow on Friday because I didn't put one out last week. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it, and then just on the next video you guys will see that this will be done, hopefully. Let me flip the camera around. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. It has been a rough couple of weeks with all the rain, trying to do this block work. I think I've gotten a little more efficient and improved it a little bit, but I will not be doing a block wall anytime soon, or any block work for that matter. It's difficult, you know, tedious, especially in the rain, makes it even more frustrating. So yeah, I don't suggest anyone try to build a 60-foot block wall when you've never done block before. But you know what? Go ahead and try. Like, I never did block before, and this one seems to be turning out okay. But we'll see. So, of course, I'm going to finish up this wall. I'm hoping that this weekend I'll be able to get this wall finished up all the way. I do have one section over here is already full of concrete. So the first four cavities basically on that wall. So I'm going to end up doing the same on here, and then on the corners I'm going to do 3 of the cavities there, and then 3 on the other corner over there. I know I'm spinning around a lot, I'm sorry. So I want to do those with my ready mix cement, but then the wall's probably going to wait because I'm going to have to order concrete. Sorry, I keep moving the camera closer to my face. So I'm going to have to order concrete, and I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to do that because it's going to be probably like another $1,500, because I want to get enough concrete to fill the entire block wall and also pour the sidewalk on this side. I gotta check the yard, but I think that it's a 5-yard minimum, and at $225 a yard, that's already, you know, over $1,000. Not to mention I'm gonna have to get somebody that can pump concrete to actually put concrete into the walls. So I think it's gonna be at least $1,500. So the next thing that I'll be working on is going to be building this wall back here. This is gonna be my first 12-foot wall. And there's also going to be 2 windows in that wall at the top, and then eventually there will be a 3rd window on this wall, which will also be a 12-foot wall, but it's only partial because it's on top of the 4-foot block wall. And then this wall will probably end up only being a partial because I'm going to be building a 2nd story here. So where the 2nd story is, it's going to be a solid wall going all the way up. So it'll probably end up being, I'm guessing probably 16 to 18 feet tall. I got to figure that out still, because you're going to have the 4-foot block wall, and then you're going to have the remaining 4 feet of this room, and then you'll have basically 8 feet. So it's going to be roughly about 16 feet, I guess, total. So it'll be 4 feet higher than this wall, if that makes sense. Yeah, and that was kind of a last minute change. I figured out that I'm going to need like an office space, and the shop is getting really small really fast. I'm already reducing the size of my grinding room and my CNC room. So like, yeah, I should have built a bigger shop. All right. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Aloha.